from the perimeter.
Howard and Gray combined 4 of 16 from the floor. Sky possession as we begin our third quarter. The three-pointer off the mark by Nurse. Offensive rebound. Cardoso gets some space and drops it in.
And that was a big-time shot. What I like what she did on that play. She gathered herself, took her time, knowing she had to get the ball back, but was able to finish.
And an offensive foul as Jones plowed over Atkins to the foul. The Dream's first offensive possession as we kick it to Tanisha.
The Dream are still not playing the pace of game that they want to play, but she also said they got to get the guards out there who can rebound and really start to push it. And I asked her, what about on the offensive side of the ball? She said, again, we just got to guard the ball, navigate the ball screens better, and execute.
Restricted area this time for Maurice, and the Sky open the lead back to 5. Canada jukes behind the Grinder screen. The three by Canada's down the well.
And that was similar to what we saw Canada do when it started this game, hitting a big three. Hopefully she can get her shooting going as well, but they need to pick it up defensively. We've seen the last 2 possessions for the Sky. They've gotten some easy buckets in the paint.
Here's Nurse running pick and roll with Cardoso, lays it off to Cardoso. Shot clock at 3. Nurse got to hurry. The lock, Cardoso can't handle it, and a steal. North Canada is 2 of 3 from 3. Rest of the team 2 of 18. Can Howard change that? Yes, he can. And the Dream retake the lead.
And you can see that was a shot in rhythm. She was ready to receive that pass and let it fly.
It doesn't matter what kind of shooting slump Ryan Howard may be in. Whenever she pulls the trigger, you hold your breath. Here's Cardoso under the basket in the reverse over Griner.
Oh, that was a big time. She is putting in work tonight, showing us an array of moves in the post.
A dozen for Cardoso. Howard looking for back-to-back threes, and she knew it the moment it left her hand.
And you see the smile. It's getting the rhythm. She's feeling it. When you see that ball go in the hoop, it's going to pick up that defensive intensity.
Wrist hang and swish for Ryan Howard. She's got 14 to 3 to answer by Atkins.
And I like it. I like it. These teams are really battling out game. It's important. It's a Commissioner's Cup game.
Yeah. Howard works off the Grinder screen. She's hemmed in, shovels out to Gray. Oh, what a sidestep on Atkins. But she can't cash out on the 3. Loose ball foul. It's staying on this end.
And I like her bench is wide open up, clapping. Because that was a big-time move. She just couldn't finish it with the shot.
Tagging, steal off the inbound. Atkins. Barreling it on Canada, off balance, draws the foul.
Yeah, I thought a travel might get called, but it was a lot of contact. Atkins being very aggressive.
He's been a model of not only consistency, but durability. Sometimes you don't have both at the same time. But tonight is Ariel Atke year, the 8th-year pro from Texas. A 2 of 2 trip, and it stretches the Dream, the Sky lead to 3.
So you just talk about the importance, taking care of your body, doing what you need to do, so you're always available for your team. And this being her first season with Chicago, I know they're happy that they were able to get her in free agency.
The stick back, it's Jones. But you can see the vision with some of the offseason acquisitions from the Sky. Things like Vandersloot and Atkins. Unfortunately, we'll have to navigate life without Vandersloot. And at least at this point in time, no true point guard, but you can see how Atkins and Vandersloot in the backcourt would complement and enhance the
situations where they can win and be successful.
And Rebecca Allen in the mix, almost a 5-second violation. It is not. I think Tyler Mars got the timeout in the nick of time. So we have a tie 1. Atkins has to evacuate it to Allen. Shot clock at 6. The dump down to Reese. Finds Cardoso from the mid-range, rims off. Good ball rotation, but Cardoso couldn't find the touch. Howard has a 3-point shot activated early this quarter. Atkins defending her. No surprise Atkins would have the matchup one-on-one on Howard. Sprayed out to Gray for 3. She's trying to be heard from distance, but not that time.
Yeah, she's trying to get it. We saw her hit that spectacular shot to go into the half. But the Dream have a little bit more pep in their step offensively.
7 points and 2 of 10 shooting by Gray. Pick and roll on the dive. Cardoso misses, cleaned up by Reese, but scrapped away by Hillman. We'll say Hillman's foot was on the baseline and stays with Chicago.
Yeah, that was a tough miss by Cardoso, but that's a layup that you've got to knock down. She had good.
Atkins again having trouble. Lofting it out to Reese. Poked away by Hillman. Recovered by the Sky. Almost swiped away from Nurse. Shot clock at 5. Trying to shed Howard. Here's Cardoso down the lane. Rolls it. No, but a foul on Griner.
And that was a good job by Cardoso again. We've been saying.
So step to the line for 2. Now Word for State Farm. Now she'll be back in the lineup tomorrow when the Fever play host to the Liberty. And may just be right in time because the last remaining unbeaten in the league are the Liberty. Ray trying to shrug off Atkins. A handoff to Canada. Exploding across the lane, swiped away by Cardoso.
Yeah, Georgia Canada thought she saw the seas part, and then it was Big Stone Mountain right there to block it.
A 6'7" Brazilian eclipse. As when you wear fluorescent pink shoes,
it's going to stand out.
Yeah. So 11 on the shot clock. Banham this time to inbound. Plugs it into Atkins. And Atkins gets hip checked by Gray.
Games or starts that she's had, no injuries. That's pretty incredible.
Cardoso isoed on Griner. Throws across to Reese. Takes a glance at the clock. Pounding it down the lane on Hillman. Almost lost it. Shot clock at 2. Has to force it up. Cannot. Smothering defense by Hillman. And after all that, an empty possession for the Sky.
And I love it. You see Hillman bringing the energy.
Hillman, another player, has been almost reborn in the system under Carl Comesco. And asserting herself as a three-point threat as well. She's 6 of 15 this year. As Gray splits the defense and swoops to the hoop.
That was a nice move by Alicia Gray. Opened those seams. She ripped right through.
A decisive take by the two-time All-Star. Great screen by Cardoso. Frees up Bannon. In and out on the pull-up. Gets it back. Points the 3. And the rebound to Howard. Dream basketball back in front. Howard had a couple of threes early this quarter. Unloads to Caldwell. Gray contested 3, but she was fouled.
And that is not what you want to do if you're Atkins. She's over here trying to plead her case that she didn't. That's on that particular play, that was a good decision because now she's at the free throw line for 3 shots.
Alicia Gray 80% at the line this year, extends the Dream lead to 2. Not only fouling is she averaging best 4.4.
And that has been the key, you know, something that's opening up the game as well. We talked about it, the scoring and having a good post presence so you can get those touches and get those easy assists.
Alicia Gray settled for 2 of 3 at the line. Dream trailed by 1.5, up by 3 as we close inside 4 minutes in our third quarter. Williams in for the first time this half. The handoff to Atkins, spinning, firing, blocked by Griner.
Yeah.
Oh, and another carry called on Gray. That is a 3rd carry that we have had tonight.
Yeah, I knew it. As soon as I saw
Williams on Griner. Tries to thread the needle, but let Atkins.
gotten there. I think she's a little winded because of all the work she's had to do guarding Alicia Gray, as well as trying to score on the offensive end.
And the perimeter defense of both teams tonight has been stifled.
It has.
Nothing coming easy for these guards. Jones, the drop set, the fall away short. Well defended by Williams, but run down by Hillman to Howard for a 3. That's no good either. Banham, give and go, stolen by Caldwell. Leads the run out. Gray the crossover. Plowing through, offensive foul. And Ryan Howard combining for just 12 points. They averaged 31 combined. Now, if the Dream want to win again tonight, they're going to have to do so with Alicia Gray playing far from her best.
Yeah, they are. But she's doing it in other ways, especially defensively with the assignment she's had on these.
Solid parts of the Dream rotation last year. The up and under by Howard is short. There have been some times where it seems like Ryan Howard is forcing her offense. Middle of the lane, it's Williams.
Yeah, Williams caught laying.
Inside of 2 minutes. Howard tightropes the baseline. Williams stays on her. Entry pass was stolen by Reese. One-on-one with Hillman. The Euro, the flip, and a foul. Points, 7 rebounds for Reese. She'll stay at 10. That makes the Sky 5 of 11 at the free throw line. They came in 12th in the league in free throw percentage. And certainly leaving points at the line in a tight game. Reese last year began her rookie season with 5 consecutive double-digit games. First WN Howard. Second free throw good, ties us at 53. Canada back on, reads the screen. Coffee down the shoot, tipped away by Williams. Tried to force that entry. And a steal from the backside by Jones. Into the hands of Gray. He's headed off. Good transition defense by the Sky. Howard for 3, good. That might have been the best one of the night for her.
Yeah, that was just a habit, trying to get in their offense because they don't really have a true point guard to set it up.
Yeah, this is where you really miss Courtney Vandersloot. Williams on the post up across the lane, no good. Rebound Jones, the quick flip ahead to Coffey. Howard, up fake on the 3. Trying to shrug off Onyenwere. One-legged fadeaway, foul line, not that time. See if the Sky wind things down here as we come up on 30 seconds. They had him all the way through the wraparound pass.
Play of the guards, at least in this third quarter for the Dream.
Nurse skips with it against Howard. Round to Williams, shot clock at 3. Has to pull up on Griner. That was blocked. Rebound by Reese and a foul call. With 1. That was on Jones. Angel Reese has just been relentless.
Continuing to do it since she's entered the WNBA, and she is a prolific rebounder.
This is twirling, firing, and swishing. Good defense, better offense.
And I love it. I mean, Ryan Howard's like, let me just walk off the court. I just ended the third. For 3-point shots for Ryan Howard, and also set up plays for other players, their post players down low.
Dream were 3 of 23 in the first half. They made 4 of their 7 attempts in the third quarter, and Ryan Howard gets the scoring started with a triple in the 4th.
Well, I think she was struggling. We were looking at the scoring, and now she has a smooth 22 for this game.
Now all of a sudden the Dream enjoying their largest lead. They were down by 8 in the second quarter. Backdoor feed, Nurse, the scoop, it spins off. That was a dime by Reese.
It was.
Nurse just couldn't finish. There's Jones floating over Reese, no. Angel Reese, 1 board shy of another double-double. The lead feed to Onyenwere. She got her defender airborne and she banks it in.
Shot on that last play, but that pass, I mean, you see a couple of good passes by Angel Reese setting up her teammates.
Well, Reese has always said, I'm just a guard who grew. How about that finish by Canada? Out ball, Hawk and Atkins. Atkins whips it down to a cutting Reese. Oh, she smoked the layup. Great cut on the pick and roll, but she shot that with the offhand, the right hand, and you wonder if that bothered her. Here's Howard, the side step to 3, and 3 more for Howard. Ryan Howard is torching Twine in the second half and enforces a Chicago timeout.
I like it. It's a serious injury. She's a key, and the Dream needed her presence as a point guard.
Gray stuffs Onyenwere, and here's Canada in full court. Behind the back to a cutting Jones. And a foul. Oh, clip that.
And you see Bree Jones.
Don't you love when we spotlight a player in our go hard moment?
I know,
and she
then they make a
immediately
play.
goes hard and does something even more spectacular. Nurse gives it up to Atkins. Maneuvers around the screen. From the mid-range, no. Allen trying to save.
They're in this fourth trying to really close out this game and get another home victory.
Howard 5 of 6 from 3 in the second half. Turns her back on Nurse. Nurse, the dance partner for Ryan Howard, lowers the shoulder, down the baseline with a tough finish. And Canada almost steals the inbound. But it has been a different story after that first period.
Yeah, you can't hold the score down. But, you know, we've been talking about they needed to get adjusted. She had been playing those point guard duties with Jordan Canada out, and now that Jordan Canada's back in
on it in the opening 3+ minutes. Reese isoed on Hill, gets the blow by, whips it across to Cardoso for an and one.
And that was another nice pass by Angel Reese. I mean, she knows how to find her teammates.
The floor, 14 points, 8 rebounds for the former South Carolina Gamecock. You're shocked to learn there are multiple former. Yeah, pretty much. It's a nightly occurrence. Pull up three, Howard gets the roll. And with the way she's been shooting it, she will get those bounces.
Right. Yeah. It's night and day. The Ryan Howard is not falling. And then in this second, she can't miss.
A 30-piece for Howard. Allen can't answer on the three on the other end. Pulled down by Howard. He's got a 1-on-4. And no surprise, it will jump out at her.
She had the tongue out and everything. She wants it.
Oh, heat check, Howard. Oh, splash. Some holy water on her. Call an exorcist. All right, Howard, welcome to the show. Cardoso muscles it up, no good. And is back tapped out to Caldwell. Howard is calling for it. Here's Gray slicing through. And that might force a timeout from Tyler Marsh in the sky.
This lead has just blown up to 20, but that shot big time by Banham.
Howard, 33 points, matches a season high. Passes through the double team to a cutting Hillman. Wild on that runner.
That was like a wide receiver over the shoulder catch.
As the crowd holds its breath on the three from Howard. Pried away by Caldwell. She took it from Cardoso.
She said, hey, we have to get stops. Everybody, 1 to 5, has to be involved defensively. We got to go after it aggressively, and then we got to get back on offense. But can I tell you guys this? I feel like I've been running up and down the court because it's tough getting through a swag surfing Gateway Center Arena when the Dreamer up.
Tanisha Wright spent the previous 3 seasons as the Dreams head coach, led them to a pair of playoff appearances. Also former Sky assistant, former Sky player, former Dream player. Sitting courtside tonight, that would be Ty Young, who was actually the Dreams' first ever draft pick back in 2008.
Yeah, I remember that. The Dream first started expansion team, and she was their first pick. She had some good years here in Atlanta.
Both Dream and Sky royalty sitting courtside. Shot clock at 7. The give and go. Gray trying to thread the needle and throws that pass. Jones thinking about the three, gives it up to Howard. No good that time. Haley Van Lith, 5 points against the Liberty on Tuesday, was teammates with Ryan Howard, the Olympic 3x3 team. Won bronze. Howard slipping loose. Double clutches. Well contested by Westbell, but they'll call the foul on Westbell. The Tyler Marsh, who not only was an assistant on a pair of depths for Ryan Howard tonight. Forcing it inside. It's pitched out to Westbell. Good closeout by Coffey. Avoids the steal. Allen got the blow by. Misses the three. Tyler Marsh, son of Donnie Marsh, long-time college head coach, primarily on the men's side. And he was an assistant at Florida Gulf Coast, and Nick Semesco was the head coach of the Florida Gulf Coast women.
I know. You think he called his dad to get a couple pointers?
I think so. And Carl Semesco in his maiden WNBA season about to move to 7-3 as Williams splashes that down. Well, it was a gutsy effort. Really hassled these Dream guards. Atlanta shot 36% in the first half. Then the top blew off the Dream offense in the second half. Great ball rotation in the reverse by Gray off the dish from Coffey.
And it's about shots like it was so easy in the first half that they were doing. And it was because of this guy's defense. They were forcing them to stay out of the paint. But in the second half, they turned it out. Lights out from the floor and shooting the basketball, and it's all behind this player, Ryan Howard.
Another one from Ryan Howard, a 9th three of the night, and a timeout. Now 9 of 19. Van Lith turns the corner, the fadeaway, good. Nicely done by the rookie.
That's her shot, though. She's good at it.
Ryan Howard knows she's a 3 away from double digits. And her pocket pick by Williams, still diving after it, trying to preserve possession. Game because she was upstaged that night by the Sky's Rachel Banham, who just so happened to tie an NCAA record with 60 points in that game.
Well, I can only imagine the way she's hit a couple of threes tonight. I bet it was falling.
Oh, boy.
No, they could drop a 60-piece.
Oh, no. Dream about to move to 7-3 and take on the Mystics in D.C. on Sunday. Pow Pow penned in deep, off to Coffee for three. Doesn't get the bounce. And lacks off to Jones. And that will officially do it for Ryan Howard. A new season high, 36 points on 9 made threes. Van Lith with a spin on Pow Pow. Cleaned up by Caldwell. Dream will move to 2-1 in Commissioner's Cup game. Sky will fall to 0-3.
And this is a huge opportunity if the Dream can go and get another victory against their next game against the Mystics.
Trying to deliver some comeuppance to the Mystics after they beat them in the season opener and come from behind fashion.
They did. It's revenge time because they have a couple next week against the Mystics. So it's two opportunities that they'll have.
That was a competitive first half by the Sky, but it unraveled on them in the second half. A 1-point halftime lead will instead turn into an 18-point defeat. The scoop by Van Lith to make it 88-70, but the Dream take care of almost a carbon copy of their win on Tuesday over the Fever, and they were led by that one. Ryan Howard, 36 points.